Okay, we are back. Don't worry. We keep talking behind the scenes and these things happen. But it doesn't matter. You can never finish your conversation in one show. But I want to take the issue of some of the pregnancies, assisted pregnancies that do not work. These women walk away. For example, the Ibiro Ighodalo Foundation has almost 3,000 people on queue for 20 couples that have been paid for. So what happens after you've tried and it doesn't work? Do they come to you?
You can adopt, yes.
We work and it sounds like your chairman is the same thing.
The same chairman.
When he was setting up these two things, nobody knew where he was going to get to.
No, I don't think he thought about it that way. But he just has a passion to help people who don't have children. That's one of his strongest passions.
Yes.
You know, so I guess in doing what he knows to do, this and this happened, and they're working well together. So basically, yes, like you said, when you've tried and tried and tried all these IVFs, then consider adoption. There's nothing wrong with adopting a child. A child is a child is a child. All children were created by God. For me, what is God saying? When I pray and I'm clear in my heart that God has told me to do something, I step out because God who's asked you to do anything, he knows the end from the beginning and the beginning from the end. You know, so when people come and say, oh, we want, in the Heritage Homes Orphanage, we don't let people choose children. Because when you carry a child in your womb, you haven't chosen that child. The child, God just puts what he thinks he wants to put inside your belly. And the child comes out and you say, oh, okay, this is this child. Ugly, nice, or whatever. It's your child. And you have to live with that. You know, so we don't. We just pray and we ask whoever's wanting to adopt to go and pray about it and make sure that they get the child God wants them to have. Because God can never give you more than you can bear.
And that brings me to Remy. Remy, your sister had two.
Yes, she did.
In quick succession.
Yes.
But she eventually had another one.
Yes.
9 years
later,
after?
9 years after.
So she spent that 9 years looking after those two.
Yes.
Did she ever go through the why me periods?
Oh,
because we hear stories of parents who actually lock their kids away. So the parents' mentality is important, isn't it?
Yes, it is. She went through the why me. She cried. She was.
You were living with her?
Was at the. I had to go and be with her because at the time when she had the boy, when she had her, it was a son first.
What was his disability? What
autism.
What's the second one's disability?
Both of them autism.
You will say, does God just...
You know,
because
so,
mothers blame themselves.
Yes, and she was like, okay, what did I do? But I was celibate. I waited. You know, she thought about everything that she may have done wrong, but she couldn't place it anywhere. Then she went into the why me, God, what did I do wrong? What was it that you wanted me to do? And all of that. So, I mean, after having her son, and he went through that, and in 2 years, she had her daughter, and again, it was staring her right in the face.
Gosh.
Again. So she's like, what is happening? So, of course, she went into, I mean, she went through a lot. All of her savings, and now she was now trying to find the answers. Where do I go? What hospital? Doctors would just...
What is her husband? What kind of support?
Oh, he had his 110%, which helped her. So they had to be together, they cried
because
together.
Because family will blame her. It's not in our family. It's not in our family.
Yeah. You know, yes. You know, and you know how it says you first have a fight over it, and then you come together, and thank God they stuck together. Because couples would blame, like you said, would blame themselves. And before you know it, at the end of it. I have parents in our school where it's just the mother because the father isn't there.
So do kids thrive better when they have that kind of complete, you know?
Yes.
Because it doesn't change the situation, does it? Are your sister's children still autistic?
Yes. No, well, her son is almost out.
He has speech.
But no, he has speech. He's in secondary school and all of that, and he doesn't need to be facilitated anymore.
But it was because of the support.
Yes. So it's really key that the children are loved because, believe it or not, love always just open the atmosphere. Just there's something about it because children know when the atmosphere is stiff, when daddy and mommy are not talking.
Or do you blame daddy and mommy for feeling that way, though?
I don't blame anybody because I mean. Parents, we find ourselves, you know how Ibidun has said, oh, when she got married, she just thought, okay, having children. Everybody has this dream, you know, of just having a beautiful family, but perfection. But God chooses us, and we don't know why. But I also think that God gives grace, and he also gives, because he knows that you would go through, you are not going to kill that child, because there are parents who are doing that, to say, I can't do this. I would have to either give this child something to drink, or go and hide this child.
They kill their kids?
Oh, yes, they do. Their children, they're born with all kinds of needs. And before you know it,
it might seem the easier way. I just wonder, do you have regular parents of regular, I've still used the word regular, pardon me, who come to school. Did you have the parents worry about, our children are mixing with this kind of people, what's the challenge, and how do you manage it?
They've not, none have said anything about that. But sometimes you just like, and I just give them a straight face and I smile, and I'm not giving you room to discriminate between my children.
So the word is discriminate. You want to respond?
I'm going to say something. I run a school with special needs, and there's still discrimination. Yes.
Okay, you have all kinds of needs.
Because we all have kinds of needs. So a child is drooling, and my child isn't drooling. So are you sure that, oh, my child is talking, this isn't talking. Okay, my child is picking up. But I always tell them, children would pick up, neurotypical children pick up all kinds of things in school.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So when you hear things like this, I hear people saying, okay, I don't want this kind of child, I want that kind of child. What goes through your own mind?
My goodness. No, it's just a case of when you hear somebody else's cross, you are crying about your cross. When you hear somebody else's cross, you go back to your cross. And you will just stick to your cross.
This cross of mine.
Let me just stick to it.
So I just... If I forget to, please, those children that they want to throw away, don't kill them. Please. Bring them to the orphanage. Please. We will take them. We would love them. We will take care of them.
So you have children with this, because you are linked now in some ways.
In many ways.
In many ways?
In many ways. We're together. We're one. You know? So bring them. We would love them and we will take care of them. Every child deserves an opportunity to live and to be taken care of properly. And that's what we do in the Heritage Homes Orphanage.
So how do you cope? Because it means that you never say no to anybody?
No, we can't. There's never been a child who's come to us that we've turned away.
If have people dropped children in front of you just
Yes, we had a child who was dropped in front of us, and her disability was so much that I was called and told that the nannies wouldn't even touch her.
Oh, you want nannies in your school?
The nannies, no, in the orphanage. Won't touch
she
her.
was in an orphanage?
No, she was outside. She was dropped outside of the orphanage we run.
Your orphanage, yes.
The orphanage we run. She was dropped outside. And they wouldn't even touch her because she was so poorly. She could have died the next minute, but with love and care. She's doing very well. Oh, she has survived and she's thriving. She's so chubby. You know, she's so chubby. I mean, her neck still hangs a bit, you know, and her eyes are still crossed. We're still working on her. But, you know, it gives so much joy when you see a child come from that position to life. And every child must be given that opportunity.